So I was lucky enough to get invited to the first look hands-on event for the Nintendo Switch 2 at the London Excel Centre, and it was filled with games coming to the system. Firstly, let's talk about the system itself. It feels great to hold. It is much bigger than the Switch 1, but doesn't feel cumbersome. It's still got the similar amount of thickness and feels surprisingly lightweight. The Joy-Cons detached also now feel more comfortable to hold, and the switch to mouse mode is so surprising as it works instantaneously. You can literally be playing just using the Joy-Cons normally and then put one down to activate mouse mode, but more on that in a bit. The first game I got to try was Mario Kart World, which I got to play in both handheld and docked mode. It looks absolutely beautiful and controls well. I did find drifting around corners felt a bit different, and using items also seemed to work differently. I couldn't seem to hold an item behind my cart, so maybe that is something that has been taken out, but I only got to play a few races and didn't really get a chance to mess about with everything. I also wasn't able to try free roam mode, which was a shame, but the new knockout mode looks like it's going to be a lot of fun and a game changer for the series, trust me. Donkey Kong Bonanza was a lot of chaotic fun. The mechanics take a little getting used to, punching, using your ground smash, tearing chunks of the world out to use as projectiles, and just navigating this bright and colourful world, but it just feels cathartic to smash your way across the levels. You also never feel like you're getting lost or that you've done something wrong, as you can reset the level at any time. Did I also mention that the game looks great as well, and considering everything that's going on at times, runs really smoothly. I did play Welcome Tour, which just shows how impressive HD Rumble 2 really is, and actually that's another thing that I realised as I played each game. The vibrations from the pad really are taken up a notch. Not distractingly that it affects your enjoyment, but you definitely feel the feedback now, and I love that. I did a few of the minigames. The Maracas game was particularly good at showing what felt like either a large bouncy ball or lots of mini ones in the Joy-Con, and it actually felt like what it should do. Even the weight of the larger ball was there. It's something you'd have to experience for yourself, but it's impressive. I still feel like this is a title that should come pre-installed on the Switch 2, but as it is, it will be around £10. But Nintendo, come on, this is a fun tech demo and it just should have been packed in with each console. Obviously, I had to try Metroid Prime 4. It looks silky smooth, the visuals are detailed and crisp, enemies stand out, the reflections of blasts on your visor. It's just a gorgeous game. Now this one was set up at a desk, so I got to use the twin stick option to play, motion controls and mouse controls. This is all achieved however you want, whenever you want. You don't have to select anything in the options, just do it and it works. Mouse controls feels really good, but as someone who doesn't use a mouse to play games, it took some adjustment for me. I also feel like there needs to be some kind of shell for the Joy-Con to sit in so it feels more comfortable in your hands if you're playing for long periods of time, and also for pressing the buttons, which will now be on the side. I found those to be a bit fiddly to use, but with more use I'm sure I'd get used to it. As it is though, motion controls work perfectly, and that was always my preferred way to play the game, so I mostly use this. With Metroid Prime 4, what can I say? It's a Metroid Prime game, and it feels great, it plays great, and I just can't wait to get the full game and play through it myself. I got to see Split Fiction, Hogwarts Legacy and Bravely Default in action, all which look great running on the system. Got to play Street Fighter 6, although the controls it was set to wasn't the best and had the Joy-Con on its side with motion controls on. It also looks really good and runs smoothly. I just wish I was able to try it with the normal controller. Tears of the Kingdom looks and plays probably the way Nintendo intended it to be from the beginning. Visuals are crisp, there's no slowdown, and the colours definitely pop even more. I got to try the game on handheld and docked, and honestly, it's making me want to play through the game again. Kirby and the Forgotten Dream World, again, looks beautiful on the system, and I could not go without trying Soul Calibur on the Virtual Console. The GameCube control pad feels so good to use again, and playing what was one of my favourite fighters of that generation again put a big smile on my face. I think when it comes to the Switch 2, it doesn't feel much different from the Switch 1. It's not what Nintendo would usually do with their next iteration of consoles, but I'm glad for that. The power that's under this thing's hood is evident. This is what fans have been asking for, a more powerful Switch, and the fact we get one now to experience a lot of games that were once only on PS5 and Xbox consoles on the Switch and on the go is amazing. This thing will have an amazing library of games. I mean, technically it already does with the back catalogue of Switch 1, and I'm excited to finally get my own and really be able to sit down and enjoy these games. Big thanks to Nintendo for inviting me to the event. Is there anything that you're looking forward to for the Switch 2, and have you managed to pre-order one yet? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you all for watching, hope you enjoyed the video, and until next time.